Gordon, just let us know you're done.
Give us a 3, 2, 1 action. I'm trying to remember the last time we did this was at the parade. Was that pre-COVID? Were we aware of COVID at that time?
Yeah, that's when we were doing our shows, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was after the first lockdown.
We've done 2.
It was after the first one. Yeah.
We've done 2 now.
Done a couple, haven't we? We did one during lockdown where I did that terrible quiz.
Ah, yes.
So for the people watching right now,
I forget.
I was doing a show with Jules, and we were on Skype or Zoom or something like that. And I was like, I'm going to write a quiz while we're doing this. And I literally, as we're doing this, I fired up the laptop, and I got loads of like facts and figures of. Shut. I don't know why I do these things. I really don't. But anyway, welcome to the show. I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. This is like a collaborative thing we're doing between Biscuit and the 90s revival. It's kind of cool. I like it. Yeah.
Let's just hope it looks all right when we finish.
Well,
I know I'll look all right, Dave.
there's a couple of issues. Number one is I'm definitely made for behind a microphone, not in front of a camera. So I'm sorry if I scare anybody today. Hi. If they're looking at me like, oh, that's what he looks like, I'm never listening to the Biscuit ever again. And also, I just spent 15 minutes trying to find your house because I was just saying whoever numbered the streets, the houses in the street needs to be flogged publicly.
Yeah, it is a nightmare, isn't it?
I was literally the other side of Shrewsbury, and I was like, I'm outside this number. He's like, you're the wrong side of the town. So
you found us in the end.
Found you in the end. First of all, I've got to ask you, it's been a difficult year for you guys. Great, difficult. I mean, like we look back at the fireworks that happened. We with this amazing night planned, came to see you guys, and it was just stress because the power had just gone, hadn't it?
Yeah.
And I had this idea of coming on stage and shoving a microphone in your face and stuff like that. But at that point, I was kind of like, no, I need to leave these guys do what they need to do.
Yeah, it was slightly stressful, wasn't it, that night?
It was stressful, but the show must go on.
Yeah.
We sort of
you knocked it out of the park.
We got through it. We didn't do half the stuff we'd planned to do just because we couldn't, could we? Because we couldn't use the screen, and which was just a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, we got through it. Show looks really good. I don't know if you've watched it back on YouTube, but yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, and can I say your podcast was really good as well.
The vlog thing
yes,
I did,
It was very good. Going to Shrewsbury Prison and then following on coming to.
It was a busy day. I was doing something similar today, which I'm going to ask for a bit of this footage because I was meant to be vlogging my week because it's a very busy week. So Shrewsbury's a party town, as we know, and this time of year is party time, so everybody's doing a lot of things. After this, I'm going to go to cover the Doorstep Carols things, literally straight after this, and then all week I've got interviews, because what I've decided to start doing now is have like a week on and a week off, because I was literally just filling up every single spare day I had of interviews, and I was burning myself into the ground. So I've kind of like got this week on, week off thing, but the week on, I fill it up with every single spare hour I've got. It's a nightmare, but I love it. I love being busy. What's it been like for you guys? Obviously, have you been high in demand? People wanting you to go here and wanting you to go there?
Quite a bit on next year now, haven't we?
Yeah, it's organising next year really. That's the big one. If we can, hopefully we will. We'll get through all this.
What we need to do is we need to do a recap. Obviously, it's been a while since I spoke to you last on the Biscuit, and this is obviously for the 90s revival. But I think for your guys watching now that may have joined, your huge fandom sort of late on.
Fandom.
Your fandom.
That's a new word like that one.
Fandom. Yeah. Let's talk about where this starts. Then, where does the 90s revival begin for you, Dave?
Where did it begin? It began with an idea years ago that we had, didn't it? Really, and someone came to me and asked me why we hadn't done a big gig somewhere, and I explained because basically we couldn't fund it, and this person basically said, I'll fund it. And
so you guys have DJ'd together for a while?
Oh then? Yeah, long time. Yeah, long time. Yeah, you were 60s, 70s, 60s, and I started. but seriously, we've been working together probably 15 years, haven't we? I would guess.
Well, and somewhat on and off, really, to be honest. But we sort of, when we work together, we sort of gel. It's like we're both mind readers. We know exactly what we're going to be doing. It's
nice to have that, because I think there's only one or two people in your lives that come into your lives that you have that connection with, that you can work with, and and unluckily, the person that is that to me is in Vermont in America, so I can't get together and have a few beers with him. That's Tom Bruno, who I do You Suck with. Because when we're on on the camera or on the mic, we just it's just like jazz, chat, you know. So that's what it's been like with you guys for a while.
We've always worked well together, haven't we? And then obviously when we started our live shows the week before lockdown, and the amount of people watching us sort of blew us away. We never anticipated we'd get anywhere near nowhere near the numbers we did.
Was there a jump, or was it straight into the deep end?
It started off, I think our first one was in my kitchen. I think we nearly got to 500, wasn't it, on the live show? So 500 devices.
Yeah.
Then we did it obviously in lockdown, and it just went up, and it was about 1,600, 2,000. We were going, oh my god! Wow. And I couldn't get my head around it. I said, we got 2,000 people, and Dave went, no, 2,000 devices. So that's
watching live right now.
We could have 3 to 4 people per household.
And to put that into perspective, this might not mean a lot to you, but it does mean a lot. I was watching Fat Man Beyond last night, which is Kevin Smith's live show he does from the Scum and Villainy Cantina in LA. And Kevin Smith is the Dogma guy. He's the guy who made Clerks, and he's doing this live show. There were 62 people watching. And this is one of the biggest podcasters on the planet. So to put that into perspective, you guys starting off with 500 viewers is mind blowing.
Well, we didn't actually know. We were going, oh wow, and people were going, come on, let's get more, let's share.
It's for anybody out there that's going to start sort of streaming and making your own live sort of shows, if you've got double figures watching live as it goes, that's amazing. That's good, because these are devices that will cut in, cut out, and they will add to your views. If you've got those triple or four digits, you're absolutely killing it.
I find it quite odd as well. I mean, when we're watching a live feed of one of our shows, it'll constantly telling us that someone's logged in. For argument's sake, your wife. And she'll be in here watching, and she never drops out and never comes back in. She's in permanently. But it constantly says, Judy Bennett joined. And we're often, why does that do that? I don't actually know. It's a strange one.
It's a weird one.
It's only certain. It's not everybody, is it? It's just
no.
Very unusual.
So you start this live show, and is it like the support of your friends and family, or is there just lots of, I use the word random, but not in a disrespectful way, but loads of random people that have found you guys and thought, oh, this is great. Sit on it. Did you have a gauge for who was watching at the time?
We had people all over the world, didn't we, initially, because we had comments that we couldn't keep up with. We had Poe and Judy doing the comments, weren't they, initially, and they'd be scrolling through, but there were just so many comments. I think one of the first shows we had 3,500 comments, didn't we? And it was like, wow.
You just couldn't shout them out, because they wanted to shout out or a birthday celebration. So obviously, because they're going so quick, I mean, the girls were under pressure really and trying to keep up with it. Well, Poe at one point was 25-30 minutes behind on the comments, so it's hard to do.
I imagine there's this rapper, I've forgotten his name. Oh no, what's his name? And he's like he's like this instant rapper, and he was rapping like comments as they were coming up on the thing. He was like, as he was going, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I need to remember this. And he was like, I can't do it. The comments are too much. And it must be the same for you guys. Like you can't keep engaged. I've watched your live shows before and gone, hi, it's Al from the Shrewsbury Biscuit, like you do. And I'm just like, it's just gone. Yeah. What was that like at first? Just the comments by themselves.
Mad, because we never really anticipated, did we? At all.
No.
We didn't know what to expect, but also in the early days, things were different. There was no football on, was there? There was no... People hadn't really discovered Netflix. There was no new TV shows being made, was there? It was all, things were a bit different. So, but it did us a massive favour.
It basically brought everybody together.
I think there were certain aspects of life that people sort of reeled away from, and then suddenly, like an elastic band, snapped back at. With lockdown, with the figures for the podcast, they sort of dropped a little bit, and then they just exploded.
Right. Okay.
But with you guys in music, it's so attractive. It's going to draw people in. There's people feeling really miserable about the. I think the word grief was used with lockdown to describe how people were feeling. And then there's you guys. Let's have a great time. Let's play some music. Join us. We're going to have a great time. People must have revelled in that because there was a lot of people really depressed.
We had a lot of comments, didn't we? Especially after, say, the first lockdown, and even after the second lockdown, that we bumped into people and they just said, you don't believe what you've done to help us get through it, because we had something to look forward to, even though it was a week. But they come to Thursday, come to Friday, they were so excited, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were just really buzzing for it. And even, decking the kitchens out with disco lights,
smoke machines and everything.
Smoke machines, and it was just immense. And they were sending video footage to us so we could see it. And obviously then we decided to put it on the show as well. So,
was it a case of, oh my God, this is amazing, or what have we made here? Like, you've got to keep up this.
I don't think we ever really. I don't think we ever really realised what we made, and we probably still don't to a degree. I think our biggest eye opener was probably Oktoberfest for us, because, as you know, we've been in Shrewsbury for years, and people have known us, haven't they? But people have never asked for photographs with us. And we just constantly got that at the Oktoberfest issues, didn't we?
It was a bit surreal.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it was really, really nice, but it was like...
What does that do to you? Because it really makes me go inside myself a little bit. Because he's like, yeah, boy!
Loves it.
but so we didn't expect that, did we? And I think that's when we probably realised a little bit, wow, we've obviously really affected these people, and got to them, and it's been nice, isn't it?
It's heartwarming, and it makes you feel good, I must admit, and it's nice to put a name to a face as well, because obviously we can't see these people, and when they say, oh, it's what Melissa Smith say, that comes up to us, we go, oh, you're Melissa Smith. So it was nice just to get but they feel that they personally know us because we're on their TV screens, so that's the difference. We can't see them, but they can see us.
And that, again, as you just mentioned there, is what's made a difference. People watching us on their TVs. So the people aren't watching us on their phones. So when they're seeing us on our TVs, the kids are thinking we're bigger than what we are as well, aren't they? Because they're seeing us on their TVs.
We are, Dave.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Rock stars, absolute rock stars. And, I look up to people like you. There's a couple of people that have really influenced me over, and I'm not going to get too soppy, because there's been a distance between us in a way that I don't speak to you guys every day and what have you, but like seeing what you guys did with music, it really influenced me. I managed to land a gig at a radio station, Splash Damage Radio. My first ever radio gig. It's only small, I'm not expecting it to go anywhere. It's experience, it's education. But I was like, I love what the 90s Revival guys are doing. Wonder if I could do something similar for...
Just checking. It would have been embarrassing if that was down.
Has that happened before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't hear yourself, can you? So you
but,
sorry.
No, you're okay. I wanted to do something similar with Naughty's music, because I think Naughty's deserves its own place. I was saying to someone the other day, you look at 2000, it's 22 years ago now. So it deserves to have its place.
Yeah.
So seeing you guys doing your thing, and then what I found you go back into the music sort of library, and you find yourself like, you find these songs you hadn't heard in years, and you're like, oh my God, it hits you right in the feels. But also the songs that you love, that you listen to every week, and it started they don't grain on you, but they don't have that novelty feeling they had. Has that happened to you with any sort of music that you used to love?
We found loads of tracks, haven't we?
That's gnaw at you.
A good journey with it as well. Like, we found tracks that we call them forgotten tracks.
Forgotten tracks, yeah.
You forgot that they ever even existed.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's brilliant. Forgot about that one.
Have we played that?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Back in the day.
We've put some tracks on the show that people probably haven't heard for years as well, as well as the stuff that they do here quite regular on radio, don't they?
Yeah, but we do like it dancey, because we feel that it gets everybody involved and want to dance.
Yeah, of course.
Well.
I loved it.
Especially the young ones, they've never heard of 90s music before.
Yeah,
and they're bouncing around now because they've got a great beat to it, and obviously we're bouncing around as well, and it makes it a feel good factor.
Well, the first live show I got to go to was the Bonfire. At the West Mid Showground, because I missed you guys at the drive-in. By the way, shout out to Beth Heath for that drive-in event was just stunning, absolutely stunning. The photos that I saw from that and the videos from you guys on stage at that were just. I was just like, these guys have made it. Look at the production value. Look at the dancers, the people just enjoying their time.
And that was our first proper event, really, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
First time we've been on a stage that big.
Did you feed off the crowd? Did you buzz off them?
It was difficult, that was, though, wasn't it? Because everyone was in the cars and...
Yeah, and I had a bad back as well. So
yes, you did, yeah.
I remember that. How was the back? Is it right?
It's good now, yeah. It's good. I keep testing it when we go on stage a bit, but no, it's fine.
I think the one that really got us, I suppose, was when we did the showground in August. And we did the bands on the Friday night, didn't we? And we hosted the Friday night.
Was that the one with the Let's Rock thing at the same time?
That was on the Saturday night. Thanks
Yeah. We've got to do this, man. This is live.
And then on the Saturday night, we did our event, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which we got hammered because the council moved Let's Rock.
Yeah. I did hear about that. That's not your fault.
We didn't get hammered on drink. We got hammered.
No. Yeah, so we financially got hammered. Yeah, but we decided to do it anyway because we thought it was the right thing to do. But we played our intro, didn't we, backstage?
Yeah.
And just the roar went up from the crowd, didn't it? And we're like, wow.
It was for surreal.
And these were obviously people. We know there was people that travelled from all over the country to come that weekend as well. Because Melissa Smith was down, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Sean Heavey was up for
Andy Blackleach and Emily Blackleach.
Yeah, from Gregson Lane near Preston. Yeah, so all these people had come and so they were seeing the proper live show as they'd seen it on their tellies, and I think that made the difference for them as well, didn't it?
And they were calling us over for selfies as well. It was amazing, and getting the children as well. They were just blown away, weren't they?
Yeah.
Put them on stage, had a selfie, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I'm part of a few sort of groups similar to what I'm doing, and with the podcasty stuff. And every now and again, you'll get like the odd radio station, web radio, or they're doing like a podcast, calling it radio, trying to get away from the censors, the Facebook censors. I don't know. But I found a radio station that I really enjoyed. I'd never listened to it again, but that night I listened to him for like 5 hours, because you find music and someone that displays music in a certain way, and it touches your soul, right? So you guys do that, and you're nice guys too. So this is why people are trying to get photos of you guys, because you give off serious positive vibes. It's displayed in your logo, your music, and your general sort of personas. So I think that's why you guys have done so well, because it's all positive in a time when everybody needed it the most.
Yeah, we're quite genuine, really, aren't we? We're quite family orientated as well. So we just love our families, and without our families backing us, we wouldn't have carried on, would we? They would have been.
Yeah, we would.
Oh yeah. I'm saying that because Poe's in the
Poe's in the cupboard.
Yeah, Poe's in the cupboard. Honestly.
Yeah, right there.
They have supported us, and they've got us through it as well. It's amazing.
I mean, huge shout out to anybody, any sort of family surrounding people that do something what you are doing. And again, to compare myself, me, with the podcasty stuff, me and my wife, we were going to watch Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them tonight, but we're not, because I'm doing this. I'll probably do it tomorrow. And with the radio station, she's there on Discord every night with me, sort of sharing gifts and enjoying the show and stuff. And my mom is amazing. I know you brought your mom on stage. My mom is amazingly supportive. She listens to my show every week, even if she's at work. She's on Discord. Can you give a shout out to everybody at work? And I'm like, hey guys, welcome to the show. Families that surround people doing creative things, they're amazing,
and they give their honest opinion as well. And that's they're not critical, but you listen to them.
Sometimes they are.
Yes, Dave.
I did the worst thing. Imagine it was like week 6, I think it was, for Naughty Talk, and somebody in the Discord chat was like, "Oh, they're having a laugh with my choices of music," and they were like, "Oh, I bet your wife's got a better taste in music." I was like, "All right, then fine. Next week we'll do her 8 songs or her 6 songs to my 6 songs, and we'll see who won." And she wiped the floor with me. Absolutely wiped the floor with me.
Yeah, don't involve them too much.
Yeah.
They can take over.
We tried that at our Christmas party, didn't we, on Sunday, by putting a photograph on saying, "Please choose your favourites," and the women won, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But
always
I think it's
win.
because you kissed me on the cheek, Dave.
Yeah,
really.
well, I've removed it off Facebook.
Oh, that's okay.
Now let's talk about the music. How do you find the right music for a set?
I go through pretty much all our old lists now.
Yeah.
I think when I first did it, I was just trawling the internet for 90s tracks that maybe we hadn't heard. I think the shows I spent a lot more time on in lockdown because it was new and fresh. But now we've got so much material. You're sort of going through all the old playlists and I've used that one this week.
Just swapping it all around, isn't it?
Yeah, because you do get to a point where I don't think there's anything that we've probably missed. I have got a new one in on the 8th of January when we're doing our...
have you? Is that a surprise for me then?
Yeah. I found another one a couple of weeks ago, which we're doing our charity shows from the 8th of January again. We're doing 6 charity shows.
Nice.
So that'll be the start of the show, that will.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that now. He's not going to tell me.
Yeah, but you see, I still find the odd track every now and again So
because I usually ping loads over to you. Because I'm in the van going to work. I'm always listening to the 90s music. I just love it. And then all of a sudden I'll go, then I'll ping it over, and it's 2001.
Oh
yeah, can't use that one.
Can't use that one.
For the radio show is Christmas music. For the first week I was like, noughties only Christmas music, but it was absolutely naff whatever they made in the noughties. Whereas you got those classic sort of Christmas songs that we listen to every year. I was like, there's going to be no limit on the Christmas songs. I'm not looking for naughty songs. So this week it's all just like whatever year it came from. I was going to say something and it's gone. No, it's really important. No, that's what I was going to say. Do you go on the BPM sort of thing where you've got to match sort of the BPM?
When I'm putting a show together, I do. Yeah. I try and keep them pretty similar all the way through. Yeah.
Because this is to explain to you guys. DJs are actually physicists. They actually use science to keep you guys going. Like, you can't put a slow song next to a fast song or a fast song next to a slow song. It doesn't work that way. So when you're putting playlist together, there's actual science involved, which is quite cool, isn't it, when you think of it?
Yeah. I do quite a bit of editing as well, because we do our intro and everything, don't we, as well, our voiceovers.
Well, we seem to like the first half of the show, because we call it two halves. So the first half of the show is more like mild, really, as we call it, and then the second half of the show, then we start to sort of bounce it up, really, and it's enjoyable then, because it brings people in. We're slowly building people up. That's what we're trying to do, really.
Yeah.
And Dave does obviously a lot of work on the music side of it, because we've got a studio and everything else like that. Got the computer. It's brilliant.
It's really nice to see the dynamic that you two have, because on stage you're doing your thing behind the decks, head down, sort of, let's keep this going, and then there's you on stage, boosting up the crowd. What's going through your head as you're behind those decks? Are you like, have you got a schedule and you've got to keep things like, are you anxious? Are you excited? Are you scared? What's going through your head when you're behind?
Yeah, I've got a schedule. I don't. If you go back to when we were sort of doing weddings and that sort of stuff and birthdays, there was always an element of anxiety going into a gig, because you didn't know what you were walking into, and as much as you know what to play to entertain the crowd, 9 times out of 10 it was mainly the same, but obviously certain crowds were tougher and you'd have to drop certain things in, wouldn't you?
Some tracks wouldn't work. They worked the week before, and you think,
so there's always a level of anxiety, thinking, what we're walking into here, and but once you got going, you're okay. The 90s revival's different, because everything's planned to the minute all the way through, even when we're on stage. So every show, even say in the studio, it's planned to the minute, so there's nothing to worry about, really. The stresses that we had at the showground were caused from the unknown, really, weren't they? Which was why we were then able to just crack on with the show and do it. Whereas if we had gone in there blind, like we would have done at a wedding, for argument's sake, and not had a playlist
and no plan, it wouldn't have worked. It would have been an absolute nightmare. It would have been very difficult to do.
And then we wouldn't have pulled it off the same. Well, maybe we would, but it would have been harder work.
Well,
we're going to go a cappella, everybody. You can be the unts, you can be the is. You'd have pulled it off, I imagine. To explain to guys what happened at the West Mids for the firework display was you had a complete power cut, didn't you? So you bought this massive screen, lights, and all these amazing visuals that just didn't work, did they? And,
no, and never came back on either, did they?
So we just disheartening. People didn't worry about it because they had the visual on the stage. So and they had the music. So.
Going back to the vlog that I made, which is quite cool. I got some really amazing footage. People just going for it, and the video you guys put out on live as well just looked fantastic. So even though you had those problems, it's because of your years of experience. Years and years and years.
Show must go on.
Yeah, he pulled out the bag.
I could see a laugh in the cupboard there because she knows I'm right. So obviously we don't know what's going on at the moment with COVID. I can't believe we're still talking about this. And the changes to society. Is it a case of, like, when are we going to catch a break? Because it just seems to be things constantly changing. You've had to meander in so many different directions because of everything.
We've got quite a bit planned for next year, but it's not until I think the first event we're doing is outside. Is the 26th of March at Shrewsbury Town Football Club, isn't it? We're doing a live show before the game at Shrewsbury Town in the fan zone.
Nice.
So that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's outside. We should be okay. We should be okay, but who knows? If they stop fans going to football stadiums like they have done in Europe, then obviously it'll change and we won't do it, will we?
No, no point.
But we can adjust as to when we need to, really.
You're making, this is the best thing about you guys, because you're making moves not just like for physical, obviously you want to go out and do those physical shows, but there's the online aspect as well, and also the sort of reputation you guys have built. You guys are rocking up with some big stars coming up on stage with you guys, because you have that reputation you're making. So I have no doubt in my mind that regardless of what happens with COVID, you guys are going to go on from strength to strength.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, that's the plan, but obviously...
We've got to be positive. Got to be positive.
COVID will not stop us, whatever. If it takes us another 3 years, it won't stop us because we love it too much. And our ambition is to do what we love.
It knocked a lot of people for six, the COVID did. I mean, we are, as a Biscuit, it's where it is now is probably where it should have been last year, because we were meant to do the events and the festivals. Yeah. Now we've been doing that, and we've been out there like flying the banner. Hey, it's the Shrewsbury Biscuit making these vlogs and stuff. People are more aware of us, which is great. But yeah, you guys straight out the gate there, just, yeah, superstars. And I love that. I really do love that.
You can have the autograph after. You can even have a selfie.
Really? Yeah. I got the hat. You get the hat signed. What's the ultimate goal, though, for you? Would you like your own nightclub, your own
ultimate goal
album?
Our ultimate goal is to be the biggest night festival in the country.
That's our goal.
Yeah,
that is the
it's
goal.
Achievable.
It is achievable. Yeah, we have a 5-year plan, which is now I think become 7-year plan. But yeah, we have a plan, and we'll just carry on doing it. We've got to obviously get June out of the way first. If we return the figures in June that we're planning to return, that will make a massive difference, and we'll push us where we need to go.
Just promise me I can come.
Of course you can.
Because there's lots of little festivals popping up, obviously, with the world sort of opening again and people can do these sort of things. I find myself writing on Facebook the cringy, hello there, I have a podcast. Can I come to you? Because the idea of you suck, the other podcast, we released April 2020, right?
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go to festivals, go to Comic-Cons, each side of the Atlantic, and compare and talk about culture.
Yeah.
And we started right at the beginning of COVID. So it really affected us. So we haven't been able to go to any festivals yet. So I'm writing to people being like, we have this thing that we meant to do last year. We haven't been able to do it. Can we do it? And people are reluctant to get podcasts and things.
A good idea is filming it as well, like we did with the firework display. That is, I think it's really interesting. It was a good watch, because I spoke to you after I watched it. That was a really good watch. I really enjoyed that.
It's the way I design them sort of things, giving insight to what I'm doing as well as what I'm seeing. Course, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And what I saw when I saw you guys was fantastic. And I kind of politely left at the end because I didn't want to come and shiver, because I knew the problems that you guys had had. Yeah. I know you guys are polite guys that will probably speak to me on a camera if I shoved it in your face and not be like, no, that show was terrible, I'm seething, leave me alone. So I was just like, I'll leave you guys to it. And I think I put that at the end of the vlog that I was.
But we would have spoken to you.
Yeah, of course you would, because this is what you guys are like. You know,
we would have said the truth of what's going on. But
leave us alone, Alex. We're stressed.
Get out of my face. Not today, Biscuit guy. Not today. I know with the Shrewsbury Biscuit, I say this an awful lot, and I was listening back to I covered the Drawn Art and Design Festival, which Sherry Gerard put on at the museum, and it was a collection of interviews I did with artists all in the same building. I think I spoke to like 18 different artists in 2 days. And I was like, Shrewsbury's just amazing. The talent is seeping through the walls. It's in the river. It's in the water. It's also, I kept repeating these things, but it's true. Shrewsbury is like the epicenter for so much that's going on right now.
It is. And it's a lovely town. It's a brilliant town.
Got the 90s revival in it, of course it is.
They're doing the Christmas carols tonight as well, aren't they? Which is going around the whole country.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was an interview this morning on BBC News. I think it was filmed in Trafalgar Square, talking about Christmas carols that originated from here.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I was like, and originator Katie Rink in Shrewsbury. And I was like, oh my God, I know her. I'm going to Katie's Rink. We're going ice skating.
Edit that one, please, Pope.
No, leave it in. People need to know that this guy's an idiot. I'm going to Katie's afterwards for the doorstep carol, so I'm a bit late because I got lost in the street. I was walking around for 15 minutes, like, where is it?
So it was the way.
But like Batman, where is she? Yeah, I think what you guys are doing is fantastic. And, what I do love, the most important thing is, you mentioned it earlier, is how people were getting to you and saying, you don't know how much you've helped us and how much you've helped us through things, because lockdown was dire for a lot of people, especially the people that were self-isolating by themselves.
Yeah.
You offered them an extension of sort of society and sort of the things that they could have done. Like you said, people watching TVs, turn the lights off, put a little disco ball in the room.
Felt like a nightclub, didn't it? Mm-hmm. It was really interesting. And the thing was as well, because obviously we used to play in front of crowds, or before that, mobile discos in pubs and clubs, and that doing it in front of a camera,
it's not the same. It
was like, what do we say? We're not getting the feedback. But it just...
Well, the feedback was the comments, wasn't it?
The feedback was the comments, I suppose.
I don't think either of us realised... Well, we didn't anticipate that, did we?
No.
And that helped us, and that's when the shout-outs then started coming through then, didn't they?
Oi!
Yeah. Where did that come from? Is that from that live, that oi oi thing? Is that...
Well, it's going back years ago when they go oi oi Savoy. And I think it was you, I found it was one of the first ones.
Someone put a comment on, didn't they, and said oi oi, and I repeated it.
You repeated it and I went, ooh.
And then it just stuck.
Now you've got a button for it.
Took off. And then,
now we've got a Benno button for it.
Get on the beers, son. That just turned up. People obviously commenting and we're having a few beers and whatever. And so obviously then just pick a beer up and get on the beers, son. Yeah. It's all innocent. It's not making people drink, but you could tell that they're having a few because they've stocked their fridge up before the show starts at 6 o'clock or started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, they have a party. Yeah. They have a party at home.
Well, the thing is, people are going to go out and get a few drinks at the weekend anyway, or when they listen to the show. Yeah. Are they going to sit and goggle box it, or are they going to sit and dance around to you guys? I mean, it's
with beer in hand.
Have you got a message to all of your followers out there?
To say thanks for your support. I mean, they've supported us. Hopefully, we would love them to support us more in our
buy your tickets.
Make sure.
I mean, that would be great. That will be grateful for us. If they could support us on our show, and it's not just us on stage. You've got obviously all the classics, 90s artists that are going to be on the stage.
Tribute acts as well.
Yeah, we got Wannabe, the Spice Girls. That's top in the UK at the minute. We got the Robbie Williams one, haven't we? The Britney Spears one. That'll be interesting.
That.
Take that. Yeah, we've got to take that. And obviously we got 2 stars, very, very famous in Shrewsbury.
They're the local bands.
No, me and you.
So let's more sort of elaborate what's going on. So what's the date of the event again? It's the
3rd and 4th of June, which is
the Jubilee.
Jubilee weekend, bank holiday. And our event takes place over the Friday and Saturday, so the 3rd and 4th of June. We're also offering camping as well. So you can camp Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, make a whole weekend of it. Go home on the Sunday, have breakfast with us on the Sunday morning.
It's a proper festival. At Shrewsbury, I think it's going to be the biggest that Shrewsbury's ever had. So we're hoping. We put everything in place for it to happen.
Oops, sorry.
All we need now is the people. That's all we need.
This is West Mid's Showground again.
Yeah.
Festivals there are pretty cool. I went to the folk festival last year, and that was pretty cool. If you can top that, you absolutely. I think you will, though. I think you will.
It'll be close. I know folk festival is totally different to what we do.
Yeah, of course.
But we have got a family stage as well for children and kids' entertainment. We've got a fair. We've got loads of eateries, loads of beers. Whatever. We've got Prosecco
bar, gin bar. Timberjacks are there with us. Shrewsbury Town, the community will be there with us as well.
Oh, I love it.
So it's
lots of stuff going on.
Lots of stuff.
I might have to speak to you because I'd love to come to the event and bring some cameras and stuff. We'll have proper cameras then, because the vlogging thing is something I've always wanted to push forward doing, and we've got a bit of a grant to be able to buy cameras, so it'll be quite cool. But I always feel like when I'm at events, like when I was at the West Mid Showground last time, I had my rucksack on and I had my camera and I was talking to it and stuff like that, and I was driving, so I couldn't really get in the flow of things. Do you know what I mean? I could have a few drinks. So I think maybe
same frame of mind as everyone else.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Well, that's why we drink when we're working, because we have the same frame of mind as
Well, do you know what? To be fair, I did a thing at the Shrewsbury Abbey, the Abbey Fest that they put together. It was fantastic, and I'd had a few drinks. I went to my work day, and then I went to do that, and I went there and I'd had a few drinks, and I was talking to everybody. I was like, hello, you want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? It really helps just to sort of get with the flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dutch courage, I suppose.
Yeah. So maybe we can come up, we'll bring a camera person, and rather than me holding a camera in front of myself.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm at the 90s revival, right? I've had about 8, 9.
You can see what goes on behind stage as well. Everything, what happens behind stage is immense. It really is. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
I think I was speaking to you about the West Mids thing. I was like, I'd love to follow you on stage as you go out and stuff. I didn't realise it's going to be dark.
That's true. Yeah.
You won't get the same. But in June, that'd be really
June
cool.
Won't be dark, will it?
That roar of the crowd when you play your intro, I want to be backstage sort of hearing that from your perspective. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, we're looking, what time is it going to get dark? About 9 o'clock, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then we've got some special lights show and the screen, and it'll be amazing.
How do you choreograph something of this magnitude? How do you make sure everything is in the right place? Have you got people for that, or do you guys do that yourselves?
No, we do all the timings, don't we?
Yeah, we do the timings.
So same as we did with the bands, really. We worked out with our sound crew how quickly they could get bands on and off stage as well. We had a house drum kit on there, didn't we, to make that a bit more seamless. We were backstage with music, and we didn't want, in August when we had the bands on, we didn't want to drop in between each of the bands, did we? So the music we were putting on, we wanted to be at the same level. Yeah. And we chose music to
push the band on as we
go with each band.
So from start to finish, it never stopped. And that's how we do our events when we're doing on Saturday night, for argument's sake.
Keep the momentum going. And
so when we've got Daria G, N-Trans, Cookie Collective, and a couple of others there next year on the Friday, it'll be non-stop from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. When we're on, it won't stop.
We'll be on in between, obviously getting the crowd going, bouncing them up, and then obviously the momentum will be non-stop. And then obviously bring the next one on, bring the next one on, bring the next one on. The timing is epic. In
some respects, it's no different to our shows, is it? When we've had Capella on our shows, and we've had N-Trans on, haven't we? And on our live shows, and it's been seamless because it's almost like just bringing a track on. Really, it's no different, is it? It's just you bringing you're bringing a person on, aren't you? That's all.
Yeah. And we'll have obviously somebody running all the timings for us anyway, because we can't do everything.
Yeah, of course,
try and enjoy it as well at the same time if we can.
Well, this is what I need to start doing with what I'm doing. Is like I can't do it all. I need some help. Do you know what I mean? Someone can, like I said, I need a camera person rather than me holding the camera, because it'd be nice to be able to sort of concentrate on what I'm doing and enjoy myself as well. Because when I come to events like yours, I want to portray that. I don't want to be the uptight kind of. Which I don't do anyway. I'm kind of just me. You got to be you.
And those things come as you grow as well, though, don't they? You grow and you make a bit more money, and
I feel like what I was saying a bit about earlier is people I've looked up to with the radio show and stuff. The way you guys are. We're not here today with any notes. There's nothing been taken, because that's experience for me. You guys gel well together, and it shows. I used to make reams and reams of notes for podcasts, and I'd have been sat here like, question number. I wouldn't have been that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore, and I want to sort of follow in your trajectory and do what you guys are doing in a few years. Because it is experience.
It's the best, because obviously you may sometimes after the show go, I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, those notes are a help, but sometimes when you're listening to somebody that's got notes. Reading off a notepad.
We do have notes, don't we? We do have notes. I mean, beside me, there's not on screen.
Well, it's me that has notes.
You've got to have like a whiteboard or something with like a couple of things. Like this,
But ad-libbing is brilliant, because you just make it up as you go along.
Yeah.
It's all about making people feel comfortable. It's all about chemistry at the end of the day. Whatever you're doing, whether it's music, whether it's conversation, whatever it is, and you've got to make people feel like they want to sort of sit and listen or dance or be at what you're being at. And I don't do a question format. No. We spoke to some quite big celebrities on my shows. Carol Baskin a few weeks ago. Did you see that? She came on my show randomly, and we just have conversations with people. It's really, really important to not make people feel like they're in an interview. And in fact, I've taken to calling my interviews conversations rather than interviews now, because it's not.
Okay.
That's not what I want to be.
A bit more relaxing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you find that from the years of experience that you guys have had, the music flows a bit better and the way you do things, gets easier and easier every time you do this? Or is it not even noticeable anymore? You've been doing it that long.
I probably don't really notice it now. No. I still like going in the studio.
Yeah.
Just going in there. And I think
it's like a nightclub in there, isn't it? It's full blast nightclub.
I've just seen the nightclub, by the way. The nightclub studio. It's amazing. My eyes are all that equipment. I love it.
Yeah, it is good. We do like it now.
I love your passion though. Your passion for this. That's the most important thing, And I speak to people that can be reluctant to speak to me, but as soon as you start talking about the thing that they enjoy doing or the thing that they make or the thing they're passionate about, it comes out.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what attracts a lot of people to your shows is that I love doing this.
Yeah.
We are the 90s revival, and that shows.
What we're looking forward to as well, because obviously we're doing 6 charity shows in January. We're looking forward to doing that because we're raising money hopefully for local charities.
What charity? What 6 shows are you going to be doing? So are you got specific dates or
from the 8th of January till the 12th of February. Every Saturday night, 6 o'clock till 7ish, 7:30ish. We'll be doing a different charity. We haven't finalised the charities yet, but we'll be doing that in the next week.
And what's the idea? They do the Facebook stars, and that goes to, or how are you going to do it?
No, we just give a page. We'll have a giving page.
Just giving, cool.
Run across the bottom of the screen. Same as we did last year, didn't we? We did $10,500, I think, last year, didn't we? Over 12 shows.
Amazing!
Yeah,
wow,
that was amazing, really.
And it was effectively 12 hours, wasn't it? We didn't go much over an hour, did we? Apart from the one, I think they asked us to play on till 8 o'clock, didn't they? And they'd give X amount of money, and
so we did.
We did 2 hours, didn't we, on that one show? Which I think it was Cancer Research UK, if I remember right.
And it is hard work going 2 hours of.
Your body clock's kind of like, hold on, what's going on here?
You seem to sort of. We don't flag, but
it's hot in there as well, isn't it?
You do feel tired at the end of it.
It's hot as well, isn't it? Very hot.
Especially we've got baked potatoes on in the kitchen as well.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we're looking forward to that, to go back as well, doing just live again.
I'm sure people are looking forward to it too,
People, well, hopefully will support the charities that are chosen. So,
what's been the feedback pre sort of ticket sales, or have the tickets been moving, or are they on sale yet?
It's gone a bit of a wave, to be fair, because we sold a load of tickets and then it went quiet, and then we did the bonfire night, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then they picked up again, and the last week it's stopped again, but it's obviously stopped because of what's going on in the press. I would think.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time though to plan for that. I feel like
it's the big push after Christmas. That's what we're going to be doing. And
we've got
to be honest, we're going to be seen everywhere.
We will be seen everywhere. We've got a radio campaign going as well, haven't we? Radio adverts going out March, April time as well.
This is what I was going to say to you guys. Have you ever thought of doing your own sort of radio show, get into some radio stations and be like, we are the 90s revival, we have X amount of listeners around the world, or are you just happy doing your own thing on Facebook? You feel like you can just do that, concentrate on that?
Well, we like interactive TV. That's what we do. So basically, people can see us. Like radio show, people can't see us.
You can. I would happily do a radio show.
Yeah.
But specify that we're having the cameras on as well.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you've got to
have the radio show that's going out on Facebook and going out all these places. Where else do you broadcast? Is it YouTube,
Facebook, YouTube, Mixcloud, and Twitch as well, and it also goes on our website as well.
Yeah, cool.
So if we were in a radio station, we'd be crazy. We'd make it crazy, wouldn't we? But that's how we are. We would make it crazy and one enjoyable show.
And it becomes a lot more interactive as well, then, doesn't it? Because it's interactive and people are coming on the show all the time, theoretically, because they're shouted to come along. And I think that's what people have enjoyed as well, haven't they? Because they're hearing the names being shouted out on the show. And
the phone in as well, when we do the phone in for the competition.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got like an up-and-coming radio DJ who's learning the ropes, guys who run their own show. I'm just saying, Shrewsbury needs its own radio station. There's the talent's there.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a new one started recently, in Tune Radio, I think.
I've spoken to them. They did. I've been chatting to them, but I don't know. I need to get another year, I think, experience doing what I'm doing, pressing the wrong buttons and mixing things, because I'm not going to by all means be like, I am the new Chris Moyles, because you know, because I'm not at that level at all yet. In fact, because I'm there with a laptop, you know, and I'm doing this thing, and I'm using a mouse to mix, and I've seen all your equipment, your controllers that you got, you know. So like I don't have a producer or a sound room or anything like that. So sometimes when I'll come on, it'll be like, hey guys, it's too loud, and then it'll sort of settle down like it does, you know. So yeah, it's still there. So
we do a lot of sound checks, don't we, before we even go, like make sure everything's working right.
And even some weeks there's just a gremlin in there, isn't there? Why are you not working?
So the camera goes off. Why's that gone off?
But half the time we've got no idea why it's not working, but then all of a sudden it's back up working. It's fine again, isn't it? It's bizarre.
Yeah. I bet you get a lot of people that tune in just for those things, the wonky cupboards and those things.
Yeah, the sound should sometimes go, doesn't it?
Yeah,
obviously
again,
on the switches, that's just one gremlin. But obviously people let us know straight away, because we can't hear it, because we're in the studio.
Yeah, we're not here. We don't hear what's going out.
Don't always hear what's going out, and then they come, it sounds a bit funny. Then we know automatically what it is.
Do you guys keep things for like a blooper reel or anything like that? Is there any ideas so you can, not release a DVD, but like release some YouTube videos of the outtakes, the things that...
Well, I don't think we've done anything wrong. Have we really?
No, but like people see everything that we do wrong.
Yeah.
You can collect all them though and put them into a nice thing and be like, we're idiots, but we're great idiots. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things.
Well, it's my vocabulary, isn't it, sometimes, that really sort of people jump on.
Yeah.
I say things that I've got my own language. Dave jumps on it straight away. What did you say? And I think, oh, thanks, Dave.
we did a birthday video, didn't we, for our first birthday, which was, I think it was on the 22nd of March this year, which from the first show, 21st of March. But we did a video of all the best bits, pretty much. It was about 5 minutes long, wasn't it? Cut down.
Yeah.
But that was hard. That took a long time, because we got hours and hours of footage to go through, didn't we?
Yeah.
But you put it together, and it was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
So I think you guys are fantastic what you do, and you know, I feel like if you haven't bought your tickets yet, guys, you need to go out and buy the tickets for the events that you guys are putting on, especially that big one in June. That sounds fascinating. I'm really excited for that.
The website, the90srevival.co.uk.
Yeah, make sure you go there. And
it'd be funny if she hadn't switched that camera to you then when you said that.
Hang on, I'll do it again.
That means, because she's laughing, she hadn't switched it.
She hadn't switched it, has she? Right, fine.
Did you say you got a website?
Yeah, the website is. Are you on it, Bo? The 90srevival.co.uk. See, different language. I think you got it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love you guys, and I genuinely, when I see you guys put, posts about events that you're doing and the successes that you've got, genuinely, I love seeing your journey. It's something really nice, and I really do wish you the best of success with the events and stuff.
Well, you have been actually with us from the start, haven't you?
Yeah.
The podcast in
the parade, wasn't it? Yeah. Because I used to have a studio. Now I'm kind of hopping from cafe to cafe. So if anybody's watching this and they've got a space for a podcast to sit and live for a little bit, get in touch. You can get in touch from my website, which is the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.co.uk. And our website is made for us by Web Orchard, who make great websites. So if you need a website, go to Web Orchard. Hope you don't mind me plugging that.
No, it's fine. Whose show is this?
Well, it is.
It's kind of a collaborative thing. It's weird, isn't it? When you kind of like, this is like a marriage of content.
It's ours as well.
Yeah, it is ours.
It is. No, it's ours.
I love this as well. I love the cameras, and I will look to do something like this. This is what I want for a studio. It's kind of like just be able to sit and do these kind of things.
Yeah.
What camera is that one? Is that number 2?
No, it's number 3.
No, number 3. Put number 3 on phone. We'll have a look at number 3. So everybody look at it when you do.
Oh, you got me on the side profile here, so you see on my chin.
Side, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you very much for inviting me around your house today, and it's been nice seeing you guys. Have you got any more messages to say to people before we get out of here?
I would keep an eye on our website for everything else we've probably got going on during the year.
Yes,
we've got quite a bit planned for next year, which we've not really released everything yet, have we? But there's quite a bit to get through next year, which is good. And there's testament of what we've done so far, really, isn't it? It's come off the back of what we've done so far.
And obviously we put a lot on our Facebook channel, so if you want to follow us or like us, just go to the Night Revival and on the Facebook, follow us, and obviously when we go live as well, you get a link and you go straight and you can see us live, and we put everything on there as well. So
I love you guys. Thank you so much for this. We'll do this again sometime. You guys have got the support of the Biscuit wherever you go and whatever you're doing. We'll help you out, and we'll help you guys. You guys are like up here, and I'm like, yeah, great guys, you're doing a great time. Yeah, great job, well done.
I feel like that when I stand up next to Dave. To be honest, yes.
On that bombshell. Sorry, Jeremy. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, that was really good. It's good to do this in person again.